Okay, to start. Today, we are going to discuss rearrangement reactions where the migration involving a carbanion, negatively charged carbon species. The example of the rearrangement involving migration to carbanion is Favorskii rearrangement. This Favorskii rearrangement is defined as when alpha haloketones, when treated with a base, undergo rearrangement reaction to give an ester. More precisely, we can say gives acid or acid derivative. A general reaction can be represented in this manner. This is our alpha haloketone, which is treated with a base, gives an intermediate known as cyclopropanone derivative, which then readily undergo nucleophilic substitution with the ring opening reaction and results in the formation of product. Depending upon the nucleophile which we are using in the second step, we will get ester, acid, or substituted amide. So in general, we can say alpha haloketones undergo rearrangement reaction in presence of a base to give acid or acid derivatives as a product in Favorskii rearrangement reaction. Now let's discuss the mechanism of Favorskii rearrangement. In first, deprotonation of alpha haloketone by the base at the alpha dash carbon to give the carbanion. It can be represented with this reaction. Here, the starting compound, we have two alpha carbons. This can be represented like alpha and alpha dash. The halogen attached to the carbon is designated as alpha, whereas this another carbon from which the hydrogen is abstracted by the base is designated as alpha dash carbon. So what happened in the first step? A base abstract this hydrogen from the alpha dash carbon, that results in the formation of a carbanion. In the next step, ring closure reaction of carbanion by an intramolecular substitution with the loss of halide ion to give cyclopropanone derivative. It can be represented stepwise. This is our carbanion form in the first step. It undergo a intramolecular substitution reaction as represented by these arrows, and with the loss of this halide ion, it gives a cyclopropanone derivative as an intermediate. In the third and the final step, nucleophilic addition to cyclopropanone derivative leads to ring opening, and subsequent proton transfer gives the rearrangement product. This is the cyclopropanone derivative form in the second step. We all know that the cyclopropanone derivatives are susceptible for ring opening by the nucleophilic addition reaction. So here our nucleophile attacks on this carbonyl carbon of cyclopropanone derivative, okay, which results in the migration of this negative charge to the oxygen. Subsequently, it comes down and the cyclopropanone ring gets open. It results in the formation of a carbanion, which readily accept proton from the solvent, and we get the ester or rearranged product of this Favorskii rearrangement. Now let's discuss selectivity of Favorskii rearrangement. When the ring opening of cyclopropanone takes place after the nucleophilic addition, the stability of carbanion form directs the product form in this rearrangement reaction. It is generally observed that when we have electron donating groups like alkyls present as a substituent, they destabilizes the carbanion, whereas the electron withdrawing group like phenyl rings, if they are present, then the carbanion form after the nucleophilic addition will get stabilized, and that will be the major product of this Favorskii rearrangement reaction. Next, we are going to see when Favorskii rearrangement of cyclic haloketones takes place. So what we observe, a cyclic alpha haloketone rearranges to acid or acid derivative, but with ring contraction. Now what I mean by ring contraction, here with an example we can discuss. This is a 2-bromocyclohexanone undergo Favorskii rearrangement, and we get an ester which is cyclopentyl ester. Here we observe that the ketone is a 6-membered cyclic structure, whereas the product form, an ester, is a 5-membered cyclic ester. Next, we are going to discuss applications of Favorskii rearrangement. Now, as we discuss, these cyclopropanone derivative attacked by the nucleophile, and after the nucleophilic addition, it opens up and gives the rearranged product. So depending upon the nucleophile or the solvent which we are using, the reaction condition which we are using for this reaction, we can get different products from the same intermediate here. So for example, if we take this alpha haloketone and the reaction is carried out in presence of a base and methanol, I will get an ester as a product. Whereas the reaction is carried out in the presence of a base and simple water, the acid is formed, an acid is formed as a product. And if we use a secondary amine as a nucleophile, then substituted amides are formed as a product. So using Favorskii rearrangement, using Favorskii rearrangement, the alpha haloketones can be converted into acid or acid derivatives.